We'll see. OU football news. Brent Venables' commitment policy is getting tested, boys. And that's due to wide receiver out of Texas, Ashton Cozart, committed to the Sooners, but is now going on a visit to Oregon. No?
Already committed.
No, he already committed.
You already committed?
Yeah.
You missed it. He went on the trip
missed
this past weekend and
flipped.
committed while he was there. Reportedly, there's a lot of NIL money behind it. That's what's fueling a lot of this. And so it was kind of like we're flouting the rules to do this. So I think in the end, it's not really the test that it's been made out to be, but it was very interesting for about 5 days. Hey, what's Venables going to do? Is he gone? Are we keeping him? We'll see next time it comes around. But now a class that already doesn't have a lot of commits is missing a commit.
Yeah.
And
pretty good one too.
A good one. It's a hole that needs to be filled. So I have faith that the lack of commitments is just a result of the policy, but it's not good to see a guy flip.
No, especially not a Flower Mound guy.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's 3.5 hours away from us. And yeah, that's tough to see him go to Oregon like that.
Oregon came out of nowhere. Like it's gotta be something related.
I also feel like Brent could have called him right away and said, hey, like if you're even considering it, bye. I could see that.
Yeah, he could have.
Yeah, because it was quick. Like he didn't have to go and sign papers, right? He could have just gone.
I think
and then still evaluate it.
I think there's OU fans who are going to be super upset about this Brent Venables policy moving forward. But I think it's important to realize that this policy isn't going to deter guys from committing. It is to help Venables and his staff know their numbers better. They're not saying you can't go on other visits. They're saying if you are committed to us, we are counting you on our roster. So we aren't going to recruit other guys. So if you are committed and you're going to visit other people, then we're going to recruit other guys to fill your spot because you're in turn not locked in. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the way that people and fans need to look at it rather than, oh, Brent doesn't want other people going on visits. Like he wants you to go on your visits all you want, but if you're committed, he's counting you like on the roster on that recruiting class.
Which means don't go on visits though.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's where.
But then don't commit, like he said. Then don't commit.
Sure. Well, and I agree with that. There you go.
And I wonder if this is kind of like the first. I wonder if this changes things, right? If this is like the first domino, because he came out and was like, "Don't commit if you're going to go somewhere else," and then we just saw the first one do it. So I really do think that is just going to push off commits till later in the year. I mean, that's my thought on it. And BV came out and was like, we expect a lot to happen in like June and July and kind of like those times, which makes sense if they're like holding off and visiting all their schools and doing like kind of their due diligence, which they have the right to do that. But I just wonder how this is going to affect like future people on timing when it comes to commitments.
I think at the end of the day, this is a good long-term play and a good mission statement for us to have. It'll only help us in the future because if we do get those guys who are committing and staying, I want those guys over the guys who are going to flop and whatever.
I get that.
I want to know what's going on. I want to know what's going on behind the scenes, though. I want to know what BV's reaction was. I wish I could see it.
Maybe Maverick can give him a call.
Yeah.
My best. Yeah, I was just going to say, we're just going to see this all the time. Go ahead, Mark. Sorry.
No, mine was stupid. You go.
Yeah, I was just going to say, we're going to see this continue on for years. Money's going to be a big part of it. I think we've heard a lot of coaches say it. I mean, someone rumored, I think Ryan, you said it, that Jordan Addison, the guy going to USC, is getting a multi-million-dollar deal.
3.5.
Guys, if someone's offering
is what it's rumored.
Whatever it is, it's going to be a large portion, right? So these 4 5-star guys, I mean, if they get one offer for $500,000, but they're getting $1 million or $1.5 million somewhere else, it's kind of hard not to take it, especially if kids have never seen that kind of money, maybe ever, right? Or maybe never will. So you kind of have to take it where you go. So we're just going to see that from like
that's money. That's money that can change people's lives and their families' lives. No, exactly. So like, I don't blame the kids.
Yeah, you can't.
I don't. I blame the system, but
I mean, they shouldn't have committed. They knew what they were doing when they committed.
Mm-hmm.
That's lame.
I know it's tough.